Hola y bienvenidos al Language Learners Podcast. I'm your host, Cara. Today, we'll explore 5 essential Spanish verbs: ser, estar, tener, hacer, and ir. We'll look at their meanings, conjugations, and example sentences. Then, we'll practice with a short dialogue and finish with some helpful grammar reinforcement.
Let's dive into our first verb, which means to be. This verb is fundamental and is primarily used for things that are permanent or inherent. Think of it for identity, professions, nationality, or permanent characteristics. Now, let's go through its present tense conjugations. Listen carefully and repeat after me if you like. For I am, we say yo soy. For you are, in formal singular, it's tú eres. For he, she, it is, or you are, formal singular, it's él, ella, usted, es. For we are, it's nosotros, nosotras, somos. And for they are, or you all are, it's ellos, ellas, ustedes, son. Let's put ser into a couple of practical sentences. To say, I am a student, you would say, soy estudiante. And for she is a doctor, you would say, ella es doctora. Notice how student and doctor are professions which are permanent aspects of someone's identity. This is why we use ser. Keep practicing these conjugations.
Now, let's move on to our second essential verb, estar, which also means to be. However, estar is used for temporary states, conditions, or locations. Think of how you feel at a given moment, where something is located, or a temporary characteristic. Let's look at its present tense conjugations. Again, listen and feel free to repeat. For I am in a temporary state or location, we say yo estoy. For you are in informal singular, it's tú estás. For he, she, it is, or you are, formal singular, it's él, ella, usted está. For we are, it's nosotros, nosotras estamos. And for they are, or you all are, it's ellos, ellas, ustedes están. Let's try some example sentences with estar to solidify your understanding. To say, I am tired, you would say, estoy cansado. Being tired is a temporary state. And for we are at home, you would say, estamos en casa. This indicates a location. So remember the key difference. Ser for permanent traits and estar for temporary conditions or locations. Keep practicing these two verbs to master their distinct uses. Moving on to our third crucial verb, we have tener, which means to have. This verb is incredibly versatile and is used for possession, of course, but also for many common expressions in Spanish, such as talking about age or even states like hunger or thirst. Let's break down its present tense conjugations. Listen closely and practice repeating them after me. For I have, we say yo tengo. Notice the G here, it's a bit irregular. For you have, informal singular, it's tú tienes. For he, she, it has, or you have, formal singular, it's él, ella, usted tiene. For we have, it's nosotros, nosotras tenemos. And for they have or you all have, it's ellos, ellas, ustedes tienen. Now, let's hear tener in action with some practical examples. To say I'm hungry, which literally translates to I have hunger, you would say tengo hambre. Another example for possession, she has a car, translates to Ella tiene un coche. Tener is a verb you'll use constantly in daily conversation, so familiarize yourself with these conjugations and expressions. Our fourth essential verb for today is hacer, which translates to do or to make. This verb is fundamental for expressing actions, tasks, and even creating things. You'll find it in countless everyday phrases. Let's dive into its present tense conjugations. Remember to listen carefully and repeat after me to solidify your pronunciation. For I do or I make, it's yo hago. Pay attention to the go ending. It's an irregular form. For you do or you make, informal singular, we say tú haces. For he, she, it does or makes, or you do or make, formal singular, it's él, ella, usted hace. For we do or we make, it's nosotros, nosotras hacemos. And for they do or make, or you all do or make, it's ellos, ellas, ustedes hacen. Now let's put hacer into practice with a couple of useful example sentences. If you want to say, I exercise every day, you would say, hago ejercicio todos los días. Here, hacer means to do or to perform. Another example, they do homework, translates to ellos hacen la tarea. In this context, hacer refers to completing a task. Hacer is incredibly versatile and appears in many idiomatic expressions, so mastering its basic uses and conjugations will greatly expand your Spanish conversational ability. Our final essential verb for today, but certainly not the least important, is ir, meaning to go. This verb is crucial for discussing movement, travel, or even expressing an intention to do something. You'll use it constantly in daily conversation. Let's break down its present tense conjugations. Listen carefully and practice repeating them aloud. For I go, it's yo voy. Notice how irregular this verb is. For you go, informal singular, we say tú vas. For he, she, it goes, or you go, formal singular, it's él, ella, usted va. For we go, it's nosotros, nosotras vamos. And for they go or you all go, it's ellos, ellas, ustedes van. Now let's see ir in action with some practical example sentences. If you want to say, I'm going home, you would say, voy a casa. This indicates movement towards a destination. Another common phrase, they are going to the park, translates to, ellos van al parque. Here, ir again signifies movement to a specific place. Mastering ir is vital, as it's not only about physical movement, but also forms the basis for expressing future actions when combined with a plus an infinitive verb, something we'll explore in a future episode. For now, focus on its core meaning of to go. Now that we've explored all 5 verbs, let's put them into practice with a short dialogue. This conversation uses ser, estar, tener, hacer, and ir. Listen carefully, and then I'll prompt you to repeat each line slowly to help with your pronunciation and comprehension.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Estoy bien. ¿A dónde vas?
Estoy bien. ¿A dónde vas?
Voy al mercado. Tengo que hacer compras.
Voy al mercado. Tengo que hacer compras.
Yo soy cocinero. Hoy hago una cena especial.
Yo soy cocinero. Hoy hago una cena especial. Great job practicing that dialogue. The more you hear and repeat, the more natural these verbs will become. Now let's reinforce a crucial point about 2 of our verbs, ser and estar. Remember, ser is generally used for permanent traits like identity or profession, while estar is for temporary states, conditions, or location. Keep practicing your conjugations for all 5 verbs we covered today. Consistent practice is key to mastering them. For excellent grammar breakdowns and more in-depth explanations, I highly recommend checking out Lingolia. It's a fantastic resource for Spanish learners. We've covered a lot today. You've learned 5 essential Spanish verbs: ser, estar, tener, hacer, and ir. These verbs are fundamental for daily conversations and will greatly enhance your ability to communicate in Spanish. I encourage you to try forming your own sentences using these verbs today. Practice makes perfect, and the more you use them, the more natural they will become. Thank you for listening, and until next time, hasta la próxima.